Scientists at Harvard ran a study with complete beginners, people who had never meditated in their life. 8 weeks later, they scanned their brains. What they found shocked the research team. The gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for focus, decision-making, and emotional control, had physically grown in just 56 days. This isn't a motivational talk. This isn't spirituality. This is neuroscience. And today I'm going to show you exactly what habit caused that change and how you can replicate it starting tonight. Here's what most people don't realize about their brain. Your brain right now, as you're watching this, is running on autopilot. Scientists call it the default mode network. It's a set of neural pathways that activate when you're not focused on anything specific. And the problem is this: the more you use those same pathways, the stronger they get. The same thoughts, the same reactions, the same behaviors, over and over. It's not a character flaw. It's not laziness. It's literally physics. Your brain is wired to conserve energy. And repetition is the most energy-efficient thing it knows. But here's where it gets interesting. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to physically restructure itself, means those pathways are not permanent. They can be weakened, and new ones can be built. At any age. The question is, what's the most efficient way to do it? Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your brain when you try to change a habit. Every thought you have fires a group of neurons together. The first time you think that thought, the connection is weak, like a dirt path through a field. But every time you repeat it, that path gets worn down a little more. After enough repetitions, it becomes a highway. Automatic, effortless. That's Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Now, here's the part most people skip. You can't destroy a neural pathway, but you can starve it. When you stop using a pathway and consistently activate a new one instead, the old one weakens through a process called synaptic pruning. The brain literally dismantles connections it doesn't need. This is the mechanism. This is what makes change possible. But it requires a very specific type of mental activity. And most people are doing it wrong. The Harvard study I mentioned at the beginning. Lead researcher Sarah Lazar published the results in Neuro Report. The habit her subjects practiced for 56 days wasn't a complicated protocol. It wasn't biohacking. It was something you can do with zero equipment in 8 minutes. The habit is this: focused attention practice. What most people call meditation. But I want you to forget that word for now because it carries too much baggage. Here's what it actually is, mechanically. You sit still. You pick one object of attention, your breath, a sound, a sensation. And every single time your mind wanders, every single time you notice it and you bring it back. That's it. That's the whole thing. But here's why it works neurologically. The moment you notice your mind has wandered, that moment of awareness, that is a bicep curl for your prefrontal cortex. You are literally exercising the part of your brain responsible for attention, impulse control, and emotional regulation. Every rep strengthens the circuit. Every session builds the pathway. The 8-minute protocol. How to do it exactly. Step 1. Set an 8-minute timer. Not 20. Not 30. 8. Research shows diminishing returns beyond 12 minutes for beginners. And the biggest mistake is starting too long and quitting. Step 2. Sit comfortably. You don't need a special position. Chair, floor. It doesn't matter. Keep your spine relatively straight so you don't fall asleep. Step 3. Close your eyes and place all your attention on the physical sensation of breathing. Not the idea of breathing, the actual physical sensation. The air entering your nostrils, your chest or abdomen rising. Step 4. When your mind wanders, and it will probably in 10 seconds, notice it without judgment and return to your breath. That's one repetition. The goal is not to stop thinking. The goal is to notice when you've drifted and come back. More reps equals more growth. Do this every day for 30 days. Same time if possible. Morning works best because your prefrontal cortex is freshest. Let me give you the data so this isn't just theory. Study. Harvard/Sarah Lazar. Neuro Report 2005. What it detected: 16 participants, 8 weeks, MRI before and after, measurable increase in cortical thickness of the prefrontal cortex and right anterior insula. Study. Hölzel et al. Psychiatry Research 2011. What it detected: the amygdala, the brain's center for fear and stress, showed a lower density of gray matter. Less gray matter equals less reactivity to stress. Study. Universidad de Wisconsin. What it detected: immune system markers, significantly higher antibody production after 8 weeks versus control group. Your brain, your stress response, your immune system, all measurably changed in 56 days with 8 minutes a day. That's the habit. That's the neuroscience. That's what NeuroWave is about, giving you the science behind why these practices actually work, so you can use them with confidence. This was useful. There are 2 things I'd ask. First, subscribe. We're building this channel around one idea: neuroscience you can actually apply. No fluff, no vague advice, just the mechanisms. Second, I'm releasing a video this Saturday with 40 Hz gamma binaural beats, specifically designed to activate this same prefrontal cortex pathway while you work or study. No voice, no distraction. Just the frequency your brain uses during peak focus states. You won't want to miss it. See you then.